All right, we'll just go with that, guys. If you're wondering what we're doing, anybody that's logged in right now, we got nixed the other week from YouTube, CommieTube. We went ahead and went with a short intro and just looped it. So we are back and we are on the air and we're back on YouTube and we have a brand new live stream up on Rumble as well. And you can catch us there. I think you just go to there right there, Rumble channel, rumble.com/C/ guns in the 701. So pretty easy to find them there. Dan,
Awesome.
good evening. That's Dan from over there in Dickinson. Good to
Yes,
have
sir.
Dan on. Trampus. I mean, you're not out haying Trampus. I know. I had to come in early and
That's
quit
more
tonight.
important, Clayton.
That's right. That's right. So, well, I'll
Hey,
tell you
well,
what.
I'm glad you joined us.
Let's kick this off like we do every night. I suppose we kind of messed up. Usually we got a 2 minute and 42 second intro,
That's
and we
fine.
didn't have that tonight. So maybe we should have Brett. Would you like
Yeah,
to
go for it.
give us our Second Amendment tonight?
Absolutely. A well regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
All right,
Outstanding.
absolutely outstanding, and I think we all know how important that is. We've been seeing that play out every day in the news. So,
Yes, sir.
well,
So
I guess go ahead, Jamie.
I was going to say, Clayton, why don't you just tell everybody who we got for a
Yeah.
guest here?
Well, let's introduce him, Mr. Brett Whelan, and he is the Sons of Liberty chairman. He's out of Bismarck, North Dakota, the Bismarck chapter. So, welcome, Brett.
Hey, I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm Brett Wieland, and I am the chapter chairman for ND Sons of Liberty for the Bismarck area. And right now we're hitting the ground running, and I can't wait to see what we got in store later on. We got pretty energized membership, and for those of you who haven't joined yet, I definitely encourage you to sign up. And we've got a couple of events that are coming up here pretty soon. I can tell you about that in a little bit if you want. So
So
And
you got a
if
you
you
got a
if
membership fee, Brett, or what is that when you sign up?
the base membership fee is $50 a year. And right now we don't have any ability to pay online yet, but just if you go to our website ndsonsofliberty.com
right
and
there.
go to join right on the homepage, right way up in the upper right. Click on that. You have a bunch of form fillable stuff. You just fill that out and send it in. And then next, if you're in an area where we haven't formed a chapter yet, then the leadership at our parent chapter will reach out to you and say, hey, we don't have anything yet, but we'll keep you in mind. And once you get a chapter formed, just pay your $50 due for a year, and there you go.
So I did bring it up here. I'm going to turn the chat off so everyone is going to disappear here. Right there, you can see it's from Sons of Liberty. This is their
Hmm.
website. Like he says, you go over there and you hit join, and it brings this up, and yeah, you'll be able to sign up and get her done.
You get a
We also do
decal or
have
anything, Brett, when you sign up? What do you get when you sign up other than being a great American?
well, you get to be a great American.
All right, man, it works for
Unfortunately,
me.
we don't have any. We don't have any. We do have merch, but that's for sale.
Hmm.
That'll be at each individual meeting,
Hmm.
and then also at our parent chapter's annual meeting coming up here in October, August, excuse me.
And where's
So
that out of Williston, right? Am I correct?
that'll be actually out at McGregor, straight north of Tioga.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
So if you know where McGregor is at, congratulations, you passed North Dakota geography.
I
So
got to be honest, the only
So,
McGregor I know of is Connor. So
so I got displayed right now is I got your landing page for your Sons of Liberty website up there right now. And I guess why don't you tell you got it on there, but what do you guys stand for?
So we definitely stand for national pride, and what this is my personal interpretation. Just starting up with national pride, it's the fact that we love our country. We're just not exactly fond of our government, and
All right.
that's of course it leads into the next point. We love our country. We love the Second Amendment. Clearly, I mean we're on I'm on the guns in the 701.
yep. Yep.
Um, states' rights, and of course state that's I can get into the weeds on that one, but state rights is kind of a layman's term for our states form the federal government, not the other way around. The North Dakota is not a
Right.
subdivision of some central faraway government. North Dakota is one of 50 individual entities that helped form or what is now our federal government. The
Hmm.
13 original
Absolutely.
colonies became the states. Those states formed the federal government. Of course, voter ID because we got to make sure that, when you vote, everybody casts their one vote. And this is going to be a self plug for me, but I'm actually running for a director position for Capital Electric's board. And that election is more secure than our federal elections and state elections because there's only one ballot for each household, and the co-op knows who has ballots. Like, it's not hard.
Right.
We got to limit big government, obviously, because no matter who's in charge, big government's just going to come stomping on us all. We got to watch the polls, of course, fair media, because we know that media is insanely biased. Lower taxes, like not just lip service, like legit lower taxes.
Yeah.
Keep the country open, because we've seen what happened from 2020 on to the end of last year. All these people coming out saying, hey, you're going to take the jab or you're going to lose your job. Hey, we're going to hold your job hostage until you acquiesce to our request. And there's so many of us that said, no, we're not going to submit ourselves to this experimental gene therapy, which is exactly what it is.
Yep.
It may have worked for some people. It didn't work for everybody. And so, we can debate about that all we want, but long story short, it was not as effective as we were told. And actually, I heard that the federal government just revoked Johnson & Johnson's emergency authorization for that.
Oh, yeah. They actually quit selling it
jab
here, 2-3 weeks ago. I seen that.
Yeah, I did hear that, actually.
And then, of course, the last thing there you see at the what we stand for is the close the southern border. And right now, we know how bad it is down there. I mean, I think it's even worse than what we're being told. Actually, I saw a TikTok video. Robert F. Kennedy actually went down there and interviewed a bunch of people that were coming over the border. It's not just people coming from Central America and Mexico, but these people are coming from all over. We're talking Pakistan, Kazakhstan, India, some people from China. They're literally coming from all over. Peru. It's all over.
It's the gateway now to come to America illegally, and everybody knows it from the world.
Exactly. And if people want to come here legally, fine, do it. Do it legally. That's it. How hard is that to ask for?
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna have it, do it legally. Me and Jamie have both talked about this quite a bit, and I'm all for it.
I'm against any and all immigration, at least for
right now.
years.
I think we need to put a moratorium on it, like we've done in the past in this country. I think we got plenty of people, and they're not coming here to work right now. They're just coming. And,
yeah, you want to get out some work visas and stuff. I'm cool with that, but I mean, staying here. If you want to come back and work next summer, go for it. But you ain't staying here.
I think right now their needs. Awesome.
I know I'm in the minority on that, and it ain't gonna happen. But
no, I'm with you on that. I think it's time to shut it down again for a while, and let things kind of settle out, especially with all the illegals that have already dropped in here.
Yeah,
we can't handle that size of population, and it's not going to be a good thing when this all settles down.
So Brett, when did Sons of Liberty start up in North Dakota? Then when did this initially start up in the first chapter here?
So the first chapter was actually founded by Gerald Gorick. He's the guy that owns the bar in McGregor, and then Tim. I'm gonna butcher his last name. I think it's Hewer, of Noonan, North Dakota, just north of McGregor, a little ways there. Okay. And pretty much they just decided that they were sick and tired of just seeing the general, well, quite frankly, deterioration of this country. We're seeing the slow decline become quicker and quicker, and they're seeing it. They're seeing what's happening to American citizens. Like, our rights are being trampled upon. It's just our basic civil rights, our Second Amendment civil right, as you like to say, Jamie, is being openly abashed.
No respect. I mean, after the court decisions, it's just they don't care.
Exactly. So, what about our Fourth Amendment rights too? The right to be securing our persons without against a warrantless search and seizure. Our government has flagrantly violated the Fourth Amendment between collecting all of our data, between monitoring all the metadata, between length of phone calls and text messages. We're being told that we don't know who is actually saying what and sending it to whom, but we know the content of whatever's being sent. No, they know exactly the sender and the recipient. They know when and where it's being sent to and from. They collect it in these massive server warehouses all over the country. I mean, what do you think? What do you think our government's spending billions upon billions of defense dollars on? It's not
Mhm.
bombing, some terrorist. Part of it's bombing some, some terrorists overseas, but a lot of it is domestic spying.
And they got the
Yes.
big data collection place in Utah, right? Like this, it's massive down there. It's massive, and they're making it
It's
bigger
huge.
too, right? Like everything you put out, I mean, they get it on there. So yeah, I mean, if somebody thinks, hey, I just delete this, nah, it ain't happening. It's once it's there, they got it somewhere.
It was all part of the Patriot Act, which ironically targets patriots.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't a fan of that, and I mean, even when that went through, I wasn't. I mean, I was into politics, but I wasn't really like hardcore into it like now. But yeah, I was against it back then, and it's just only gotten worse. They keep redoing it and and expanding it, and yeah, I mean,
Well, I wasn't for the Patriot Act. I sure as hell didn't support the creation of Homeland Security.
God no.
And I obviously, I was right along with a lot of people that thought that was a bad idea. I just figured no matter what, right, that was created under Bush. But I figured at some point, can you imagine if somebody, and then I didn't know who it would be, an Obama or a Biden got a hold of that? Well, look what's happening. Everything that a bunch of us thought would come true, it's coming true. And they're using it as an abuse of power.
It's a massive administrative state that we're fighting against. But the
soft tyranny right now.
Exactly, and it's becoming harder every day. That hard tyranny.
So how many members so far do you guys have statewide? Because I do remember seeing you guys' shirts at the Republican State Convention. That was the first time I think I heard of you guys, because I saw a lot of guys wearing shirts there. It wasn't just a few. I mean, I saw a pretty good group of them wearing those.
Last year or 2 years ago, when the original parent chapter formed, it started off with just a couple dozen people, but it spread like wildfire up, and I think it's District 2 up that way. Mm-hmm. And once Justin LaBar got on board, which was a huge boon for us, people just started swarming, and all of a sudden people just wanted to start chapters elsewhere, and so now we got chapters all over the state. I mean, we got our parent chapter, our statewide chapters up in Tioga / McGregor. Williston has a chapter. Jamestown has a chapter. The northern region kind of centered in Lansford, which is north and west of Minot.
Okay.
The Minot has their own chapter as well. Devil's Lake just formed here not too long ago. Of course, our chapter here in Bismarck. And then Fargo has a chapter too.
Awesome. So you guys ain't hooked Leon Francis ain't in there starting one somewhere?
Well, I tell you what, he's over in Fargo, isn't he? I'm surprised he's not a member. He better be.
Yeah, he moved farther west now. I think he's about halfway between here, somewhere over by Jamestown. I can't remember the name of the town he's in, but yeah, he came back here and shot with actually the last time he was here, him and I went up to Sickies for a couple hours before he had to go back. But yeah, he comes in there and patronizes Colorado like you do. So I appreciate you guys doing that too.
Absolutely. Well, tell you what, then he should be Leon should be reaching out to Rory Thompson, and looks like he's
okay. Leon,
I'm not sure what position. So. Oh, good. Yeah, reach out to Rory Thompson, and he's actually an NDYR officer too, and so yeah, okay. Leon, get linked up with Rory and pay your due, man. Become a member. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. But here's the thing: is kind of my part of my stump speech for the group is we're not here to just complain, gripe, and moan about what's going on with the federal government. Mm-hmm. It's easy to do that. It's easy picking fruit. You know what's hard? Actually doing something about it. And Agreed. The biggest thing we can do about this big, massive, overreaching federal government is do stuff, but do stuff at the local level. I'm talking. We have trouble with our public schools. Kids are not being disciplined. They are not disciplined themselves, and public schools are failing at taking care of the kids that are disciplined, that do want to learn, that do want to be there. So this is what I envision is having some kind of parallel structure in place, such that hey, let's set something up where if parents want to get their kids out of school and join some kind of homeschool program, learn from like the Ron Paul curriculum or something like that, learn that. The Ron Paul curriculum is great. Mm-hmm. It's K through 12. You'll learn all kinds of things you'll never learn in public school. You know,
Oh, for sure.
the Sons of Liberty has available certain scholarships for quite literally anything. If you got a college age kid who maybe has graduated with his bachelor's degree but wants to continue on to a special university to get his master's in, say, economics, then there's amazing schools out there that I know of. I can't think of the name of it offhand right now because I'm focused on this.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. I got you. Yeah, I do the same thing
but-
all the time, man. Don't feel bad.
But yeah, we're willing to cut a check for a grant for that student to go and attend that college. You know, if it pays for a
Sweet.
couple of credits or something like that, or it could be as simple as, hey, Jamie, your house burns down. You know, let's put together a benefit for you. You know,
Sweet.
it's that simple. We
That's
want to
awesome, man.
help fill needs in the community.
Well, obviously, I got to get a membership going here then, because you guys.
Yeah, you do. I'm impressed you haven't done one yet.
No, I apologize, man. I'm so into doing this kind. I'll do it, man. I'll promise you, I'll get on.
I'll cut you a deal. You get a membership. I'll get a membership with the NRA.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hang tight, because me and Clay got something almost better than that, don't we, Clay? We're gonna have a deal coming up here.
Sure.
I'll fill you in. Hey, we're gonna do like a friend of the guns and the 701 yearly thing.
Actually,
okay. We're gonna talk about it, but yeah. Yep. Hey, you can be an NRA member too, man. That's cool. I know you're not 100% NRA.
So we're coming up to about 17 after the hour. Why don't we take a commercial break?
Okay,
let's thank Lauer Auto.
Yeah. Let's hit the big hammer here. Here comes a big swinging hammer for Guns in the 701 right here. The 701 is proud to be sponsored by Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. If you can't stop by, feel free to give them a call at 701-258-6308. Doug and the guys are ardent Second Amendment supporters and will always shoot straight with service and fair pricing. It's been a long winter with lots of snow, ice, and rough roads, so now's the time to get that alignment checked from the curb shots, potholes, and bumpy snow-covered roads. Summer will be here before you know it, so get that rig scheduled for an AC charge. Make sure and tell the guys at Lauer you heard the sponsored Guns in the 701 and thank them for supporting and promoting our Second Amendment civil right. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota, 701-258-6308. Your North Dakota proud, patriotic auto repair service.
All right. And yes, we want to thank Doug and the guys down there. And I know they do great work. And I think, Brett, didn't you just have your vehicle down there?
I did. Actually, I got it back from him today. They did. Doug is now $1,200 richer from me, but worth every penny. Let me tell you. He charged my AC. He took care of an oil change, and then I had a pretty nasty leak coming out of my radiator, so they replaced the radiator, and now we're good. We're
awesome, man. Hey, and guess what? You know your money's going to somebody who believes the same way you do. That's what's awesome, man. I love
that.
Well, that's the big thing.
Doug's a good guy. He helps out a ton. Not only is he a sponsor, Doug's a good friend of mine, him and his wife, and after we're done with your segment here, we're going to be talking a little Prairie Dog Shoot. But I want to go back to something you said a little earlier about going local. I try to tell a lot of people this, Brett. There's a handful of people that can control politics in North Dakota, and you can start by getting on your district committees here. I mean, you don't have to be on the executive committee. I'm on. I always kind of forget the name, but not a satellite committee. What the heck's the word I'm looking for here in District 35? Precinct. Yeah, you can get on that, man. That's where you can start, and you just get you start getting yourself support, and you can get a little more pull, and you have votes, and you can move up that way, and you can sway the candidates you're gonna support that way, man. I mean, that's the way you can get your foot in the door. I encourage everybody to do that, but you always get the excuse, Brett, man, I can't do that. My kid's got football practice or soccer. I'm like, man, you got to, because I agree with what you said, man. People will bitch about stuff all the time, but actually getting them to do something, and I'm like, well, I mean, are you even a member of anything? Well, no, and like what? And I'm just like, can you do your own research? And I seen you had on there volunteer for working the polls, poll watchers. Hell yeah, man, I did that. I wanted to do it and see what was going on, and I've mentioned this before, but I was the youngest guy there on the poll, and I'm 52, and I did this, man. I was like, really? I'm no offense to the older folks there. They're awesome. They taught me a lot of stuff, but we need young people getting in there and taking over. And and especially people that are thinking are true Americans like we are here, and not these people who hate America and probably didn't even want to fly their flag today. So we need people like that getting involved, be it your poll watching, your political party involvement. Hey, I know a lot of people don't like the state Republican Party. Oh, that's what you do. You pay your dues, you get in, you get on a committee, you start making noise and moving up and get more conservative values in there, in my opinion, Brett.
You're exactly right. And there is a segment of people out there who, they might, maybe they're just so sick and tired of just being part of the Republican Party rigmarole. I feel like this group is your perfect opportunity that, you can just set aside Republican politics and just join us and actually do something that isn't necessarily political. You don't have to be a member of any sort of political party to be part of us. I mean, you guys know me. I was the vice chairman of the Libertarian Party for years. Yep. And last I checked, we're still talking, so it's not like like you guys outright hate me. So
right. No, well, I can tell you this right now. Yes, I've been part of the ND GOP now for a while. Of course, I'm not really liking the path that it took. I know Brett was there as well as Jamie at our state convention, the last one, and that was horrible. Perry Schaefer is the biggest failure I think we've ever had as the chair. And hopefully I know there's some people running. It's going to be contested when they meet up here in Fargo this week. So hopefully that'll change and he won't be the chair anymore. But I can tell you right now, guys, you get involved at that local level. We flipped District 31. We now have we have a patriot in there as our chairman, and we got rid of the establishment, Don Scheibel. And I can tell you this, he was not happy when we defeated him. But now she gets to go and vote rather than him. So we took one vote from Perry. And that's how it happens. You got to get involved at that local level.
Hey, man, you got to chip away. They chip away at us. We chip away back. I mean, we got to do their own tactics.
And I think, I get tired of hearing people like the Perry Schaefers well, we got to elect Republicans. We got to elect. No, we have to elect constitutionalists from our party.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's such a blanket statement. Yeah, we have to elect Republicans. Well, it's easy to elect Republicans, especially when they stand for nothing. All they have is an R by their name, and guess what? They get to go to Washington D.C. Looking at you, Kramer. Looking at you, Hoeven. I'm so sick of those two empty suits.
Well, and I know Kramer and I know Kevin pretty good, but he sure has disappointed me here lately. And his latest deal coming out with unprecedented, but unwavering support. I mean, he just boom. I'm all on board with Doug now. With Doug Burgum. Burgum's not a conservative. Never
really. He did that. I missed that.
Oh yeah. He had a big statement on how he was in 100% full support of Doug, and said, "Why wouldn't I be?"
Doug,
because he's a comic.
What's he been taking roping lessons from him, or what?
Oh, I don't know. But yeah.
Got to wear those brand new chaps, for the film session,
I want him to throw a calf down, see if the bottom of his boots are actually dirty. I want to see.
So, hey guys, I'm going to go to a few comments.
Well, yeah, go for it. We've been missing out now. Let's hit it.
Yep. So, hey, JD, mean to tell you that Aunt Joan is the one who told me about this channel. She's friends with some of the family members. She said that I would really like the channel, and she was right.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Aunt Joan and Jay Titan. Really appreciate you tuning in every week, buddy. That's awesome.
And Doug says thank you, Brett. He chimed in here, so that was nice to see him on here. And he usually
anytime there, Doug. I own a GM product, so you'll see me again here in about 10 seconds.
That's perfect. Hey, Lynette, thank you. You're right. We had an anniversary yesterday. My wife and I did 25 years of marriage.
Barely recognize you, Clay. Your wife still looks good, but you, I don't know.
Okay, I'm married up. I'm in good hands.
Sounds good, and you can do that.
Keith O'Donnell, like Burgum stands a snowball chance. Well, I don't think he's going to either.
Nah.
But it was interesting. I was listening to a show in the tractor on Sunday evening when I was out there cutting a little hay, and it was interesting to listen to these two people talk about Burgum. And the one guy, boy, I sure liked what he had to say. I think I could get to know him. I think we share a lot of things in common. There's the problem: the national media that is picking up on him. They think he's this outstanding conservative that's been overseeing North Dakota's, great economy, which I could talk about that later too when you look at the real numbers. But the perception is Doug Burgum's this little guy that came from a small town, made it big, and turned into a multi-millionaire and he's just a wonderful guy. I mean, that was how they portrayed him. I was like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Carefully crafted to look like that. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that and those that don't know him,
Yep. Well,
all they
like I
know.
said, you got to give him credit. He got elected and reelected with a hell of a. I mean, what do you do?
Don't forget, this is the same Doug Burgum that would sign a red flag legislation if it landed on his desk in the legislature.
Right.
Yeah, we bring that up.
Talk about a Fourth Amendment violation and several others.
Fourth, second, first. I mean, that's just three I can think of right now.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, it wasn't just Burgum. It was Kirsten Baszler. It was Rich Wardner. And I mean, the whole gamut of guys that shouldn't have been up there on that stage saying, yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can suck people in with that one pretty easy, unfortunately. It's, a lot of times, and you know this too, Brett, you got to rehash the same old talking points. But I mean, when they bring them up, man, you got to fight back on it. You can't just let them, just Absolutely. Like they got this gun violence resource. What's it called, Clay? They're all using it on Fox and everywhere now. It was just like some dude who started this up with some funding from anti-gun groups. And now everybody, the gun violence
I forget what they call it, but essentially,
gun violence archive. He's the one who changed this narrative, like 4 people plus is a mass shooting. So they're using all these gang shootings and drug deals gone bad, like it's mass shootings and stuff. So,
yep.
But man, that's what sucks. People believe it. People think Doug Burgum's this huge conservative as well, and I mean he's got a good message out to make them think that, I guess.
Oh, I mean his messaging, and he's got the money to do it. So we'll see where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's got a chance. I really don't. But yeah. So someone wished me happy anniversary for yesterday. Well, we gotta wish Mr. President Donald Trump. He's happy birthday today. He has a birthday today. And you know what day it is? It is Flag Day.
Oh yeah, you bet. That's awesome, man. Beautiful flag.
I just always thought that that's great. I got my flag, but I did put up a special one today. I did put up my red, white, and blue with Trump's picture on it. It says "Make America Great Again." So that's mostly. I can tell you what that's about. That's I love triggering some of them liberals that live north.
I would say this,
every time they go on the road, they got to look at.
I would say this too, Clay. So you get like some flag, the internet flag police who are like, "That's not proper flag," and you know what I say then? Hey man, I'd rather somebody put it up wrong or at least have the flag up instead of putting absolutely nothing up there, man. That's me. I get it. There's flag etiquette, but I mean, if it's Flag Day and somebody wants to fly their flag and be proud of America's flag, I'm cool with that. I put North Dakota's flag up, and somebody probably get mad at me. I got 3 like smaller American flags I put in my yard. I put the North Dakota flag up because I am all 701 to the core, baby. So.
And Keith mentions that it is happy birthday to the Army today as well. So
love it.
Kind of an important day, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And the U.S. Army actually predates the country in age by almost a year. So
isn't that something?
Yeah, you're right, aren't you? Yeah.
What Burgum could look through a keyhole. And by the way, Marty, I caught you. That had to be you when you called into the show today. I was in a tractor earlier, so I listened to 550 a lot. And I caught your segment, Marty, talking about game and fish and other things, and you did a good job.
So Brett, we got a few minutes left here. You got anything you want to add here for the North Dakota Sons of Liberty?
Absolutely. We do have a couple of events coming up here in July. July 17th, which I can't remember if it is a Saturday or a Sunday. Let's see. We have or no, it's a Monday. That's what it is. We are having a membership meeting at Custer Park in Bismarck. It's that one with the big eagle in the middle of the park.
I used to live by
West Washington there.
Yeah, right south of Rosser Avenue.
Yeah, right there. And everybody thought it was Eagles Park, of the big eagle there. Yeah, there you go, right by that Dairy Queen on Broadway. Got a membership meeting there. We're just going to have members come over, and if you're not a member yet, definitely come on over that day, July 17th, Monday, July 17th, 6 p.m. At Custer Park in Bismarck. And then after that, we're going to call it our Summer Freedom Fest. That's going to be taking place July 30th, which is Sunday, July 30th at McDowell Dam. That's going to take place pretty much 3 to 4 o'clock to, whenever we finish, roughly around sundown. So yeah, bring your kids, BYOB, bring your own beer. But we'll supply,
I
water
say
and soda
bring
and
your
all
own
that stuff.
beverage. You know what I mean. You know
Bring
what
your
it
own
means. But say
beverage,
bring
yeah.
your own beverage. Yeah.
And then we're gonna have somebody bring, or we're gonna have get some meat that's butchered locally. Get some hamburgers in, maybe some hot dogs too, and
I know a guy makes
yeah,
some
it's just
good
gonna be a good
catfish.
cookout.
I know a guy
What's
makes
that?
good catfish.
Or did I
Ooh,
spell that right,
Marty
guys?
Beard.
McDowell Dam. I threw a graphic up there. July
oh
30th,
yep,
2023, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Sons of Liberty Freedom Fest at McDowell Dam. Is that the name? I think I spelled it
yeah.
right.
And then actually, I should clarify it. It's I think it's gonna start at 4 because that's when our permit for the shelter kicks in. So come by at 3, come by
your
at 4.
government
We'll be there.
regulated permit.
Yeah, exactly. To come to a public park. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice area out there too. If you've never been out to
It
McDowell
is.
Dam, it's east of Bismarck out there, and it's a nice place. They got some nice shelters out there. I can't make that one. I think I'm gonna be out of town then, but the 17th one, I think I'm gonna swing by there that Monday and talk to you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, it'd be great to have you there.
Yep.
And then we might do maybe a cornhole tournament or a horseshoe tournament, something like that. Just kind of something fun. There might be a cash prize involved at the end of it if you were to be the victor. So
Yeah.
and then we'll have merch come down from the Tioga parent chapter and so you can
Awesome.
buy some
Yeah, I'd
merch
like to get one of those shirts. Those are nice. I've seen those. Those are
Absolutely.
cool.
We'll have to see, Brett. I'll talk over with Jamie. We might have a little GN 701 gear. We can donate for a prize. Or
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got some sweet can koozies. Hey, caps.
Ooh, there you go.
I might have a cap and some we'll do
All right,
something.
so hit us up. How many different socials you on here? What social media? Where can we find you at?
Pretty much, you can find us on Facebook. I know there's a Telegram chat out there. I'm not a part of that one, so I would not be able to link that. Pretty much, just reach out to us.
On Twitch?
Our contact
Twitch or Rumble or anything?
As far as I know, it's just pretty much the main thing is Facebook right now. So no Rumble or anything. But definitely, we do have an email contact if you want to just hit the contact link on the website there. ND Sons of Liberty 1776 at gmail.com.
Awesome. I like that. That's a sweet email, man.
So that's Gerald, our
what was that email again?
It was ND Sons of Liberty 1776 at gmail.com.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to get that down, Clay, and we put it in the subjects here, the podcast. We'll put that in there for them.
Right
there we go.
Perfect. Yep, that's it exactly. And keep in mind, guys, that we're not here to just gripe about the state of affairs in the world. We want to do something about it. We want to change things. So that means filling needs in our community. If that means volunteering at the soup cafe, the Heaven's Helper Soup Cafe, we're going to be there. If that means funding getting a toy drive together. We might even, for the gun show next year at the Civic Center, we might put up a table. We'll see how much that costs, but I think we'll definitely have a spot there.
I'm trying to think. I want to say they're around $35 a table. It's not horrible.
Hey, I would say this too, Brett. Even if somebody wants to be part of your guys' group and they don't figure that they want to get super involved, guess what, man? Hey, if they give you $50 and they join up, you guys can still use the money. So. But
that's exactly right.
If you get in there, man, I want you guys to help them out and do their thing. But if you want, if you're going to just sit back, but you like what they're talking about, just sign up, give them that $50 a year because you guys can get out and do the work. And hey, all these kind of organizations like you guys got and what Clayton and I are kind of trying to do here. I mean, any dollar helps, man. So
absolutely, and we've got a lot of members that have a lot of energy right now, and we want to kind of focus that energy and actually do some good out in our community. So, with that, guys, please feel free to join. Clay, if you want to put up that graphic with our contact info again on there.
He's been running an email down here for you, but we'll get we'll hit it again at the end. Yeah, we'll hit it again.
There you go.
Yep. For you. So.
And then that's my cell phone number. Feel free to text me. If I don't have you in my contacts, text me with your name. That way I know who you are, and I can definitely help you out. So
for those that download the podcast, it's a Sons of Liberty Bismarck chapter. Brett Wieland. The telephone number is 701-202-9915. Again, that's 701-202-9915. 9915, and that'd be the easiest person to probably contact, isn't it?
Exactly. Yep. And yeah, Kent Rath, he's my vice chairman. I don't have permission to give out his phone number, but it's right there. Obviously
right there.
But I mean, it's already on our cards and stuff that we're gonna hand out. It is on our webpage, but I just didn't want. I don't have the permission to give it out here. So.
Right. Hey, Lynette says she's in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's in, so.
I'm guessing Axe is probably going to be in too. So.
And again, how much was membership? Did you say?
It was $50 for a year. I know there's different options beyond that, but I can't recall what they are at the moment. I think there's like $80 for a couple, but I can't remember if we've actually changed that or not. But that'll get you for a whole year. If I recall correctly, maybe $500 gets you in for life. I'm not sure though.
Nice.
I'll have to double check that with our parent chapter, but yeah, base membership is $50 for a year.
All right.
For an individual. So.
All right, Brett. Well, we got to move on, man. If I'd be happy to have you back on again sometime.
Absolutely.
And,
absolutely. I'd love to be back, guys. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
If it works out sometime, maybe both Jamie and I can come and either attend something or come to a meeting. Or I'm guessing if I'm going to join one, Bismarck's probably the closest one for me.
Yep.
Unless down here where I live.
There's a Patriot somewhere out in Morton County or Sioux County or whatever down that way. If they want to form their own chapter, they definitely can. But so far I think both of you, Bismarck would be probably closest. So.
Yep. All right.
So, hey, I appreciate the time, guys. Thank you so much for letting me plug the organization. Yeah.
You bet. Have a good one, buddy. Pleasure talking to you.
Take care, guys.
You too.
Yep.
All right, Clay. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
So
nice job, by the way, Brad. If I didn't say it
North
to you,
Dakota,
man, good job.
Sons of Liberty. And you can find their website at ndsonsofliberty.com. And I'd definitely, I'd encourage everybody to hit them up and probably join.
Yeah, like I said,
yourself,
even if you can't do anything, help them out. I mean, you're going to be in a good organization. Brett's a good dude, so I'm pretty sure most of these guys in here, if not all of them, are good people. So.
And if you want to email them again, it's ndsonsofliberty1776 at gmail.com. If you need any information to contact them, and if you can't find it on the internet, just go ahead and email myself at clay@gunsandthe701.com or jd@gunsandthe701.com.
All right, Clay. All right. So with that, let's hit it. I mean, we kind of went over it Monday with Jay, right? Right? The Selfridge Shields Prairie Dog Extravaganza.
Oh, yeah.
We were, Axe and I were a team down there, and Clay was down there videoing and did some interviewing with some people. I don't know when he's going to have the whole thing put together, but I did a few shorts from out in the field there, and Clayton did a live. And it went good. Team Lauer / GNT 701 didn't win anything, but we weren't first and we weren't last. I think what was the winning amount of Prairie Dogs, Clay, was what, 91. Okay,
91 dogs. Yep.
Which they must have been on a good town. Doug,
they must have had one heck of a time.
Doug and I were hitting pretty good. I think we had 26, which is not very many, but like I said, it was the ones we saw.
I thought it went well.
Yeah. Troy Howard was down there, buddy of ours, friend of the show.
Right
there we go.
Right there.
That's the shirt I bought right there. I want a shirt too. I can't remember who I gave it to, but there's
me and Jamie.
Clay said he didn't like that picture because he's holding his camera, but sorry, man. We'll get a different one.
I did a lot of filming. I got way more video than I thought I did, so now I got to comb through it. But you got to remember, some of it I looked at. It's stuff I was doing, I wanted to catch the shots, so there's a lot of nothing,
Yeah, that's what happens, man. Editing takes a lot of time. I mean, even if I make a short, I made that one with Doug and I sighting in our prairie dog, our varmint rifles, and I told Doug it took an hour, and he's like, "Wow, it takes a long time to make us look good." And I said, "Yes, it does."
So one shot cap. This is nothing to do. He just chimed in. He goes, "Did you see what happened at the White House last weekend?" Yes, unfortunately, we did. And he goes, we stormed the beaches of Normandy for that. I mean, that was
unbelievable.
Being with his Flag Day today, that maybe it's pretty relevant. That was a horrific, big old insult to just every American.
I'm pretty sure that not a one guy storming the beaches at Normandy was thinking, hey, you know what I'm doing?
And I can tell you right now, I don't care what flag it is. You don't disrespect the United States flag like that with any flag.
Yeah.
I don't care if it was the fag flag or if it was the, Berlin flag, whatever flag it might be. No, you don't put it front and
You
center
can't tell
on the
that's
White
a
House.
leftist.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. Anyways,
Anyway, sorry.
yeah, but
we'll get back
the
to
the P dog. You know what, Clay? I was thinking about something because I never did bust out I got that 24-inch bull barrel AR-15, which shoots. I mean, if you watch the video, I shot. I mean, one was a little out of there, but it was still about a half-inch group with 5 shots, and I shot them quick. That scope on there for shooting groups is freaking awesome. It's a Vortex 6.5 to 20 by 44. And you got that 30 millimeter tube. But obviously, the whole day I never even busted it out because the dogs weren't that hot and heavy. So I just used my Ruger Ranch with the 16-inch barrel, and that's got the 4.5 to 14 by 42 burst. I found that even at 300, I could see the prairie dogs pretty good. But when I get that bigger magnification up, man, it is way harder for me to find a prairie dog when I see them and get down. I mean, it's not easy all the time, anyways, when they get out there always. Yeah, because we where they at. But boy, when they get down that, it was way easier for me to find it in a lower magnification. I think I'm actually going to drop my scope, put a different scope on that. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to shoot them sweet groups that take a little time to do, but
I can tell you were shooting good just on Saturday. Jamie, don't let him fool you guys. He did a hell of a job, and he made some damn nice shots, especially in that wind. I mean, that ranch was on that Ruger Ranch.
Yeah. Doug was getting a little hard on himself a few times because he did kick my ass all over the range there the couple days before. But I mean, man, I've been there too. You get to the range, you start shooting, and you feel like, hey, I can hit anything I want, and you get out there, and no, I've been there, so it happens, But yeah, it was a good day for me shooting. I just wish there'd have been more out there because we'd have gave ourselves a better shot at it.
Well, and I can tell you this. So he nailed one out there that it was over 300. It was about 306.
Yeah, just over 300. Which
and him and Doug took off for the pickup to do something. So I stuck around there, but a hawk come in and took his prairie dog. So he lost a prairie dog to a hawk.
Unreal.
There, you can kind of see this for those that you can see. This was just one little area of that dog town. I think that's you out there, isn't it?
Walking? Yeah, I think I was walking down there. Yeah.
So I took a few pictures. I was too busy filming. Like I said, I got a lot of videos, so I'll just have to comb through it, see what we come up with.
Yeah, it was fun though, and 25 teams were in it, and there were a couple guys I met right there, Josh and Rich. You bet, awesome guys, man. They listened to the show. They got some caps from it. It was great, man. These guys are awesome. I actually met more people down there that listened to the show. Not necessarily us, but on K-Fire or on K-Fire.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you got really
they come up and the one guy, he's like, oh, you're Clay. And then he says, well, where's JD at? I said, well, he's inside. That's when I was out selling tickets. And
yeah, that was awesome, man. There's a lot of people down there. It was great. Hey, Waylon Turnus, you said you got in late. Hey, at least you got better late than never, buddy. Appreciate you joining in.
Absolutely. I tell you what, I was a little bit, this is probably the most unprepared for a show I've been yet.
Yeah.
Because I was out haying, so don't feel bad.
Well, you might get a few.
Waylon, I got your message. I hope you got my reply, and then we'll make that happen. Waylon's going to get a few tickets on the North Dakota Farm Bureau gun.
Yeah, I took some pictures of Clay. That rifle's sweet, man. That 30-06. I mean, the craftsmanship on that thing is unmatched. It's awesome. Nice lightweight rifle. I mean, for an AR, you get a scope on there, and that's gonna be. I hope I win. If I do, I don't hear anybody barking about home cooking either. So.
I can tell you that rifle, I'm pretty impressed with it. I really am.
So Jay Titan, what are you looking at for a sight? You thinking like magnified, or a red dot, just irons? What are you looking at, buddy? But we had a bunch of people. Talked to all them people. It was awesome. Great people down there. That was fun. Second time I've ever been in that tournament. It was fun. Hoping for not so much win next time, but
I'll put this up.
There we go.
A shameless plug here in the middle. So, guys, this is the Grant, Sioux County, North Dakota Farm Bureau. And hey, DJ, I got your message there. We'll get that taken care of. It's a Noreen AR-10. These are manufactured in Belgrade, Montana,
Yeah,
guys, and they're chambered
right up in our
30
area.
6. And I can tell you, they did one hell of
30
a job
6,
on
man.
this.
It's a hunting round too, Clay.
Hunting rifle. For $20 a ticket. As of today, I'm over 100 tickets. There was a bunch more messages come in today. I couldn't even tell you how many I got sold now, but
Yeah.
last night I had 102 sold. So I know,
Yeah.
I probably sold another 30, 40 tickets today. So they're going fast. We only going to sell 500 of them. Proceeds go completely to the Sioux County, Grant Sioux County Farm Bureau we do various things. We support the 4-H club. Big support of the Grant County Fair. Really nice, great big fair up there. And we usually sponsor like Daryl's Racing Pigs. So, that's the kinds of things we do, and we like to take care of the egg community. So
I'd say
that's what we do.
A little more too about it's got a nice it's a side charger, right side, got a handle side charger on it. Wasn't a bolt? Was your bolt chrome on there, Clay? It was fluted too, wasn't it?
Well, here, I'll just bring it up. Yeah, it's
there we go.
Kind of a spiral fluted.
You can see the
stainless.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And like you get some of these ARs, you get a lot of slop in the upper and lower. This thing was nice and tight. You can see he's got the anti-walk trigger pins on there. Trigger's super sweet on there. I can't remember what trigger it was, but yeah, I mean, you guys, if you guys want a sweet AR, that's not real heavy and going to weigh you down. This thing's pretty awesome.
And this is the carbine. I actually have it on my Facebook page. I shared it to the Guns and 701 Facebook page, and I tagged Noreen Firearms in it. They responded back and they loved it what we did. So I'm pretty sure it's the first time.
Well, if anybody from Noreen's listening, nice job, man. And what was it? A&A Engraving you said down there did all the.
Yep.
Yeah, those guys. I mean, both of these companies did superb work on this thing. This thing's sweet.
I've been working with A&A Engraving for literally 15 years on different. I worked with them with the NRA a lot down, especially the Rapid City Friends of NRA, and then of course. They're the ones that designed all the grips for me for those 1911s. And I mean, it's just been fantastic to work with. And this was their first Noreen, so they were pretty excited. And they're the ones that came up with them stainless steel plates because those are an indented part of the firearm on the receiver. So we're kind of, playing around with it. I gave them pretty much full reign to come up with something. Now, we didn't go with color. We were going to go with some color on the Cerakote. When we mocked it up, it didn't look that great. So we went with just a straight black Cerakote. So it's not blued, guys. This thing is Cerakoted in black. So this is a durable, usable, classy firearm, and I think everyone's going to be real pleased with it.
All right, Clayton, let's get this.
There's my free plug.
Hey, that was good information. That's a sweet rifle, man. Let's do our double out here and come back. We'll hit some of these comments, and then now we're going to go into the poll results, which will kind of tie in with the Prairie Dog shoot. So here we go. Hang in, and we'll be right back. The 701 is proud to be sponsored by Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota. If you can't stop by, feel free to give them a call at 701-258-6308. Doug and the guys are ardent Second Amendment supporters and will always shoot straight with service and fair pricing. It's been a long winter with lots of snow, ice, and rough roads. So now's the time to get that alignment checked from the curb shots, potholes, and bumpy snow-covered roads. Summer will be here before you know it, so get that rig scheduled for an AC charge. Make sure and tell the guys at Lauer you heard the sponsored Guns in the 701 and thank them for supporting and promoting our Second Amendment civil right. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 309 South Washington Street, Bismarck, North Dakota, 701-258-6308. Your North Dakota proud, patriotic auto repair service.
Guns in the 701 is sponsored by The Blind Guy of North Dakota. For all your custom window coverings, you can contact them at 701-222-3932. They're freedom-minded, they're patriotic, and they love the Second Amendment. This husband-wife team was born and raised right here in North Dakota and based out of Bismarck. Again, for your Second Amendment company, for all your custom window coverings, The Blind Guy of North Dakota, 701-222-3932, or visit them on the web at blindguynd.com. All right. Again, thanks to Lauer Auto Repair down there, 309 South Washington, guys. If you need an AC charge, or as Brett said, he had a leak on there, and they fixed him up right. So you can contact them, 701-258-6308, or The Blind Guy of North Dakota, They do fantastic work. I think you've even helped them, haven't you, Jamie?
Yeah, once, but yeah, I'm not. My handiness is not in the class of Wyatt's. That's for sure.
It's
but
not there.
He just needs a tall guy with long arms. So
I see. But they do a great job too.
Absolutely.
701-222-3932. And you can also find them on the web at blindguynd.com.
And make sure, guys, if you patronize any of our sponsors, that you tell them you heard it on Guns in the 701 because they love hearing it. So
Yep,
real quick,
and,
Clay, before we get to the poll, Jay Titan said he's probably looking for a red dot optic for home defense, backed up with a magnifier, thinking maybe Trijicon or EOTech. Those are awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I'll tell you what I'd do, man, is go for like a LPVO, which is a low powered variable optic, like a Strike Eagle or something from, like a Vortex or something. Just punch in LPVO for AR-15. It'll come up because you can turn them down real quick to like 1 power for home defense, and then you can take them up to like 6 power if you want to go longer range. And a lot of them will have like the reticles you can light. You can turn it on, and the reticle will light up in there, and you can still and they'll have like the drops in there if you want to shoot out to like 300 yards. So that would be my. I mean, if you're just planning just bang away at 100 yards and in, yeah, by all means, get yourself a red dot. I think like an EOTech would be way overkill if you're shooting real close range.
Yeah.
And they make awesome stuff. No, I'm not at all. Trijicon and EOTech make top of the line stuff, but I mean, in my opinion, overkill. Get an LPVO. I mean, you can get them actually on like Palmetto State Army. They'll come with a mount and everything, a 1-piece mount. Screw right onto the rail on your AR, and you're good to go. It'll actually be forward mounted too for your eye relief. And actually, an LPVO, you don't even got to worry about eye relief too much. It's like a sweet optic for an AR for 300 yards and in. So, I mean, if you're living in Tennessee or Georgia, I would guess you're probably not shooting real far. So I think that would be perfect for you. So, and in reality, I mean, 300 yards for anything but a varmint or a predator, that's about maximum power for an AR. You can still hit gongs and everything at 600 or 1,000, whatever, but for defense, Yeah, there you go. Clay's got him pulled up. Right. I said Strike Eagle. I don't think it's a Strike Eagle. It's something else. Eagle.
This is just. I just brought up. I did a search of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're out there, and you can see they're $100.
Yeah, and they got a wide. I mean, when you back them off, you got a wide field of view for like close up stuff, like I'm saying for home def. And yeah, they're sweet. Yeah. Lynette right there, pretty sweet. But I can hit a deer at 400 yards. You can hit the deer gong at 400. Not as good as you can with Troy's fancy setup there, but.
Yeah, she was hitting it. There's no doubt about it.
Dougie says LPVO dropped the transmission in Nashville pretty easily. So
yeah, that was pretty sweet. That video's probably not even up anymore.
All right, Clay, let's get to our poll, man. You got any more questions about that? Feel free to ask in the comments here. But let's hit the poll, Clayton.
All right. Well, I did get that prepared, so here it is.
Okay.
So our poll last week was, what is your go-to prairie dog bullet? And we gave the basically you can choose soft point, hollow point, ballistic tip, full metal jacket, or other in the post, and then go and post in the comments.
Brett's not here anymore, but he was a full metal jacket guy. I see we got a few more votes than when I wrote it down at 632. I appreciate that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do. Well, yep.
I'm gonna go find the ticker. I'm gonna turn it off. So, right now, well, and it'll probably be probably it's over. I guess we could say it's probably closed. Ballistic tip comes in at 59%. I didn't look up the votes. Did you look that up, Jamie?
Ballistic tip
59%.
Yeah,
there were 53 total.
I think it was 19. I screwed up, but I think it was 19 votes. I put a 9 down, so I think it's 19.
No coming in second place at 17% was the soft point. I know you shoot some soft.
Yeah, actually, Clay, I'm usually a ballistic tip. I mean, when it comes to prairie dogs, I'm usually just a ballistic tip snob. But I did have the soft point Fiocchi, and yeah. I mean, them babies were money. I tell you what, they take your head right off. We saw that a few times. So
Oh yeah. I can tell you this: Jamie's a headshot sniper.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
He does a hell of a job.
I'm a headshot snob, and a lot of people like to see him fly in the air. But Dougie easily had the flip of the day there with the 40 grain ballistic tips. But yeah, I want the head off. I don't want him going down the hole when I go inspect.
And the hollow point came in just behind it with 16%. I used to shoot a few hollow points in my Swift. I shoot a 55 grain ballistic tip. That's my go-to round I built for prairie dogs. But
awesome.
I have shot hollows, and I've got some soft points loaded up. Then coming in tied 4%, Full Metal Jackets at 4%, and other at 4%.
You know, and I will say this real quick about FMJs. Yes, they're cheaper, and some of them will be definitely accurate enough to hit prairie dogs. But man, I know it's a varmint, and a lot of people don't care, but you'll hit them, and I mean, they'll walk around gimped, you'll wound them, and just spend a few more bucks if you're going to shoot prairie dogs and get something that humanely kills them.
And not only that, like these guys were in a prairie dog contest, so you don't want to lose.
Yeah, you'll lose them in a contest. You'll lose most of them because I mean we shot some clay, and I mean like hit them good, and they still go down the hole.
Oh yeah, I mean I think look at that one you shot, and then me and Axe were sitting there. Telling you go left, right.
Yeah,
go
that was
forward.
my nemesis, man. I mean, if you shoot prairie dogs a lot, you'll find out that at some point during the day, there's going to be this one dog that ain't that far away, and this particular one is just over 200 that you can't hit.
8 shots.
Yeah, and it took me, like I said, I think the 8th round I hit him, and I said I'm going to get him right now. I went out there to get him, and guess what? The hole was splattered with fecal matter and blood, but he made it down the hole. But so, I mean, I might have got him, but he got the last laugh before he went to that big prairie dog town in the sky. So
he did, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, we got a good laugh out of it though. So
no, it was a really fun time. The weather was pretty nice.
Yeah,
really
not perfect, but
cloud cover kind of hurt a little bit. But when the clouds broke there at about 2:00. And for 20 minutes, these guys, we were able to kind of go up on a ridge, and they shot and shot and shot. And that's where over half your dogs come from.
Yeah. And I know we didn't collect all of them there because, I mean, we were hitting them, and I was just, in my mind, I was thinking there's no way we're going to find all these because I was trying to make a mental.
Well, I kind of figured you shot 10 or 11 dogs there at least.
Yeah.
If not more. And I think we found, 7?
I come over, and I think Doug mentioned it too, like, where the wind was in our face at that point. We kind of came over a ridge, and at that, even having suppressors then really helped because not only was the wind in our face, but we were suppressed, and they weren't, they didn't
hear nothing.
They were just over that edge. I mean, it wasn't ideal for getting behind your gun, but yeah, for 20 minutes, it was good times.
That was good shooting right there.
Yeah.
So good shooting, Tex.
All right, Clay. So let's we got any more calls? Hit some quick comments here. What was the last one we got? Lynette's comment there. What else do we got here? Yeah, LBP. Okay. What Jay Titan? I see he's got one, or I can't read his one.
Yep. Well, Doug.
Yeah, that's what I said. The transmission. Yeah.
Let's see, Jay Titan. Thanks for the advice. He'll definitely check it out. Yeah, that's
exactly
what this
let us know what you decide on, buddy.
And I can tell you, on anything like this, even if we haven't heard about it, we probably know somebody that has. I mean, it's just one of them things that it's always better if you can get a little bit of a game up on it rather than go and spend a bunch of money on something.
I would say Jay Titan, if you don't go to Palmetto State Armory, or not PSA, but ammoland.com, go there every day and just scan through because they got a deal with Palmetto State Armory there, and what's Palmetto State, South Carolina?
I think it is.
Yeah, and then they'll put a deal up. Like I said, you'll get the mount and everything for like $300, and they're knocking like $150 off this thing, and it's a pretty smoking deal. So, okay, there you go. Dan's got one right there, but
there you go.
Okay, what does he say?
Vortex Strike Eagle, 1-8 power on his AR. Yep,
thanks, Dan. Appreciate that, buddy. That's awesome.
Like I said, if in our crew and in our crowd, there's probably somebody that's got it or seen it or used it. So yeah. Waylon chimed in here. Waylon, I have the tickets right now. Friday though, I'm going to be sending some up to Jamie. So I'm going to send a few books up to him. So yeah, maybe that's the easiest way.
Yep.
We'll get you a book and do it that way.
Yeah, I'll swing over to the. Man, sorry, I forgot where he's working right now. One of the boat places. Put it in the comments, Waylon. I'll mention it. Waylon works in the parts department there. So
Mort's?
Nope. Nope.
Valley? No,
not Valley. It's north of Valley. Man.
Okay.
Like you said, River City.
River
City. There you go, River City. You bet.
Let's say there's only like one more left.
There you go, River City. Yep, right.
Well, and that's what I'll do.
Just north of Game and Fish.
With Jamie. Yeah, which well, that's a whole nother subject. We won't go in that. We won't go
Trim
down
that motor up and blow
tonight.
some water across the expressway out of there.
So. All right. Well, then.
Yeah.
We're
it's
up on 7 o'clock.
Okay, so we're gonna hit. Clay and I are gonna. We actually have a Zoom meeting at 9 o'clock tonight with somebody. Hopefully by tomorrow or even as late this evening, we're gonna have our merch product page set up on our website so we can sell some more of this stuff and get it going. And so we still got. We probably got 30 minutes left here, Clay. We're gonna hit our 2A bullet points, and we got Clay's Commie Companies, and of course a happy ending. So we're not cutting you guys off right here yet. So,
what one shot cap say here? Let's see. So, did you ever guys see that pair of 1911s made from a meteorite? I have not. No,
I don't think I have either. Yeah, that's something good to look up there.
Sounds like something Jesse James Firearms.
All right, Clay, we had 2A bullet points. You want to go first? You want me to go first here? So everybody doesn't know what 2A bullet points are. It's just a couple topics that are a little shorter. We don't spend
a lot of time on them.
But I don't know what Clay's got. He doesn't know what I got. And then we kind of discuss it a little bit here.
So this one I brought up because NRA put out a call to action essentially, and it's from the Maine legislature. And if you can imagine that left-wing state. Basically, over the next few weeks, the Maine legislature is going to be holding votes on several dangerous anti-gun bills, what the NRA put out on that. So they're doing a call to action, and they want you to call, and they've got a whole bunch of things listed. I'm not going to put them on here. If you want, maybe I'll post them up on the website, but you can find it right on NRA's website too. They're nraila.org. And essentially what they want you to do is get on there. And I was reading some of these, and my goodness, here's LD2. It's an overly broad bill, and it's going to ban straw purchases. Now, remember, these are already federally
legal. Yeah, I was going to say that's already.
So, but they said the majority report puts that the Maine is out of alignment with this federal law. This is the opinion of NRA regarding the sale of antique firearms, and that's the big thing, guys. It's a straw purchase, and they want to put antique firearms in. As a rule, antique firearms ain't even subject to a 4473. If they truly are antique, but they want to put them in there, and they want to include muzzle loaders. And I mean, essentially they're calling anything a straw purchase. And even if you take and give it to your son or daughter, they're going to call that a straw purchase because you evidently intended to buy that for them and not yourself.
Real quick, Clayton, muzzle loader, weapon of war or not?
Yes.
Okay. Just check because Democrats want to ban weapons of war. So
yeah, right. Weapons of war. Remember, muzzle loaders are weapons.
Barbara, you may proceed.
LD 60. That's going to put your Second Amendment rights on hold with a 3-day waiting period. Again, waiting periods do not work. We had them. We had them for 10 years, and they don't work. They don't do anything.
California, they had them. Yeah,
they still got them.
States that have them in California. You think California's safe? No.
They got some
one of the top mass shooting states, and if not number one in the United States. So KMA on those freaking.
I would say honestly, at a waiting period, if it doesn't do anything to stop the criminal, but it could actually end up getting someone killed that's an innocent person or a law-abiding, because if they got to wait and they needed that firearm, then they can't.
So if somebody's divorced and they're getting divorced or separated, and the gal's got a restraining order, and she's like, "This guy doesn't care about a restraining order. I need a gun." Well, you got to have a waiting period. Well, guess what? He comes over and whether he shoots her, stabs her, beats her to death, or clubs her, guess what? She didn't have a gun because we want everybody to cool off. Hey, Ruger. So Ruger used to be my handle on. Hey, Ruger, fantastic friend. Hey, Ruger, don't be sipping Bud Light.
This says California's number one.
California, number one in mass shootings.
Doug Wolfie. What percentage of antique and muzzle loaders have been used in crimes? I can't honestly.
I don't know
tell
how
you.
many
I'm not
died
vetting
in the war between the states.
it. Yeah. Marty Beard, barbed wire them out. But so here's another one that's coming out
Yeah,
of
go
Maine,
for it,
and then
Clayton.
I'm not going to go through the rest of them, but this one here, again, then this ties into the other. This is a LD 168, requires background checks for all private sales of firearms, including those at gun shows or resulting from advertising, and applies to each private sale between two parties, including friends, neighbors, co-workers, everybody, regardless of where the sale takes place. All such transfers, even if the seller knows the recipient is not
Like Clay was
prohibited,
saying earlier.
knows that they're not a prohibited person, they will have
Mhm.
to conduct a 4473 through a
What a
federal
crock.
firearms license.
Hey, you know why they want to
So-
do that, Clay? Because they want to know, or we can't keep records of gun sales when we do a background check. Freaking Bravo Sierra, that's exactly why they want everybody to do it, so they know exactly who everybody's gun has.
Absolutely. And then they have a nice list so that when they do come to confiscate them, it could be either from your cold dead hands or you're going to go into complete hard tyranny because you're going to hand them over.
Mhm.
I'm not. One thing I did look up though, Maine actually has rejected that in several votes over several years. They didn't want them. They rejected it when they put it
for
to
the
vote of the people.
initiative measure kind of thing, or
Yes,
okay,
just
okay,
like
put it to the vote of the people. Okay.
They always said no.
Yeah, Clay,
But
guess
that don't
what,
matter.
man? Democrat politicians know better than you know for yourself.
They
So
know best.
just
Yeah.
bend
Them
over
Doug
and get
Bergen.
ready, man.
Yeah, them and Doug Bergen.
Well, what has Jay Titan got on there, Clayton? I'll hit on one of mine here.
Let's see. Jay, he said, have you guys shot the staccato? Staccato? Is that how
Yeah,
you pronounce it?
staccato.
After all the raving I've heard about him, I rented one. I was pretty disappointed. I can
Really?
say I have not shot one.
Man, I'll tell you what, Michelle Viscuzzi makes some things look super awesome on YouTube, on Facebook. Oh,
So no, Jay, I haven't shot one. I guess I haven't had the pleasure to try
You
them.
know,
Usually I try some.
but I mean, a staccato's like obviously it's real high end. They look freaking sweet, and Michelle Viscuzzi looks super sweet too. I was saying that about her because she used to be with Glock, now she's with staccato. But man, I've known a lot of people. I think Marty and I even talked about this. Like people have bought in like $500 or $600 1911s compared to these guys who just buy like the $2,000 ones and then pimp them out, and then and their groups aren't any better. So I mean, it might look better, but maybe it probably shoots the same. I don't know. I've shot junk 9mm and more expensive ones, and however, whoever's making the barrel that day or what kind of machine they got, a lot of thing is the what they drill out the bore with. They say if that bit starts getting dull and you get one of them where it's kind of towards the end of its life, that's when you get the ones that aren't super. I mean, that's what I heard on a podcast, and I mean, it was a guy who made barrels who said that. So I don't,
Yeah, he said he considered buying one, and my wife shot my 19X better than that.
Yeah,
so.
well, hey man, whatever feels better and shoots better. I don't care what you pay for it.
Gene.
Do that.
Rock Island 1911s are okay for cheap.
Yeah,
100%. We
I've
used a lot of them
shot
in the banquets. I'm sure Gene remembers that.
Yep.
They're not an expensive 1911, but if you're looking for something just to bang around, throw in the vehicle, maybe carry once in a while, Rock Island is probably, I can say that they seemed like they shot really, really well for what
and
they
guess
were.
what, Clay, made in the Philippines, yeah, I mean, they're kind of going like a lot of states are, a little more blue, but the Philippines they're pretty conservative, and they got for not in the United States lax gun laws, because I mean, hey, a lot of them people that remember from their ancestors when the Japanese came in or what happened. So yeah, the Filipinos.
And by the way, everybody, dump Doug Andy right there. Might have to do another run of those. For those on the podcast, it's a bumper sticker and it's got "Dump Doug Andy" on there in red and white.
He's only rising, man. It's anyway.
Yeah. Anyway,
all right.
So what do you got?
All right, Clayton. So. Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst is introducing a bill on Tuesday, which she did, that would prohibit the IRS from arming its agents with taxpayer money. Not saying they can't arm themselves, but not with our money. The bill, known as Why Does the IRS Have Guns Act, would prohibit the IRS from buying, receiving, or storing guns and ammo. All guns and ammo currently in their possession would be transferred to the General Services Administration to be auctioned off to FFLs to support the federal deficit reduction. Additionally, the IRS Criminal Investigation Division within the Justice Department would be relocated. So the two weaponized agencies right there can't sit there and talk face to face. They got to get, hey, put that communication out there so we can record it like you scumbags always do us, and then we can use that when it gets before a committee. So she goes on here. The tax man is fully loaded at the expense of the taxpayer, which, like I said, that sucks. Yeah. You guys aren't law enforcement. You're IRS agents. Yeah. If you want to carry a gun, I'm for anybody carrying a gun. That's great. That's your right. I don't care if you're an IRS. I'm sure some IRS people get life and death situations, but do it on your own dime, not mine. Okay, because you guys are coming to crawl up everybody's rear end to find a reason to get squeeze every freaking, if you got a buffalo nickel, they want to squeeze the shit out of it. You know what I mean? So she says, as the Biden administration has worked to expand the size of the IRS, any further weaponization of this federal agency against hardworking Americans and small businesses is a grave concern. I'm working to disarm the IRS and return these dollars to address reckless spending in D.C. The IRS reportedly has spent $10 million on weaponry and gear, including rifles and tactical shotguns, since the start of the coronavirus pandemic. $10 million of our tax dollars. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. You can buy your own crap. These purchases include $2.3 million ammo, $1.2 million in ballistic shields, $474,000 on Smith & Wesson rifles. Smith & Wesson does make some damn fine rifles. $463,000 on Beretta. They spell Beretta wrong in this article, by the way. 1301 tactical shotguns and $243,000 on body armor vests. I want a body armor vest.
I do too.
I got body armor, but I want the vest. Them things are cool, man. It makes you look like you're all freaking swole anyway. So, oh, and I won't read the rest of it here, but you get the gist of it. My guess is it's going to come out of the House. The Senate's going to kill it. But Clay, like we always say, hey, let's make a vote on freedom, right? So she says, Fox News Digital, the IRS and the White House did not respond for a request for a comment.
I bet they did.
Yeah, so thank you, Joni. She was actually, I think, was the governor of Iowa, and then she ran for Senate. But she's been pretty good. I mean, she's done a few things that I've kind of, turned sideways at, but whatever.
Jay Titan says, make sure you don't owe the IRS money.
Yeah,
now.
Hey, man. Believe me, if they want to find something on you, they will.
The Philippines in the Spanish-American War caused the 1911.
Okay, awesome. And Gene's always got good info for us, man. He's awesome.
He's like an open.
Yeah, he is. Gene needs to do like a military history podcast or something, I think.
We need to have Gene on.
Yeah. Damn right we should.
Obviously, we must have it working a little better now. So. Fox News equals Rhino. Yeah, absolutely, Lynette. I don't think much of them. I don't watch them anymore. I watch Real America's Voice. I stream it in on my Roku. To me, that's probably one of the best. Newsmax is okay. Real America's
Voice. Well, just think they're rhinos, and the Biden administration, the IRS wouldn't even talk to them.
Yeah, they wouldn't talk to them.
Yeah, so Doug, you're right. Doug, you're right. There was a thing in here. Okay, I'll do it real quick because Doug made that comment. Ernst press release said the agency has spent $35.2 million in taxpayer dollars on guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment since 2006. I meant that, and I remember that they were buying MRAPs and stuff. And
this started under Obama. That's when they really started stockpiling.
Yeah. Hey, they got to protect me.
One shot cap. He says, John M. Browning is the man. I tell you what, the mark that man made on the firearms industry, and it's still, you can still see it today. That's pretty cool. 100+ years later.
Yeah.
I mean, instrumental in the Winchester lever actions. So yeah.
All right, Clay. I'll tell you what. I know I got another one. You do, but it's 8:15, and we got two more things to get into yet, and we got to do all our downloads and stuff and get on with this meeting. So I'll tell you what. You hit. You hit what
we're going to do. I'll do the Clay's Tommy Company of the Week. I won't let that play through. I gotta edit that. For those on the
That's some good
podcast, I
singers
got
there.
the hammer and sickle with the little star above it. So mine, and I know there's a lot of them out there.
So
and I know
just
this
in
one off
case
the top
somebody's
of my
new to
head.
Clay's Commie Companies, Clay, give them a real quick thing what Clay's Commie Companies is about.
These are the companies, as far as I'm concerned, have sold us out on the Second Amendment altogether.
Like a communist.
And I want to expose them like a good communist. Yep. And to me, I want to make sure that we don't do business with them. I don't want to do business with them. So I want to ask you not to as well. And I have a little knowledge of this one. And this is the Yeti cooler. So I got a picture up
Come
there,
on,
guys.
Clay, it's all outdoorsy, the sportsman kind of thing.
Yeah. And they're based out of Texas. So this should be good,
Right?
right? So the cooler that's being displayed, this was one of the Friends of NRA coolers. They were the.
I remember those.
I think those were 30. I don't remember. They were the.
I know somebody I know won one of those. I know they did. I don't know if it was my buddy Josie Wales Tactical or the blind guy. One of them two.
When I was actually the rep, I am the one that kind of started using these as a sponsor gift. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We had that long before, and then we brought them in. NRA brought them in to the sponsorship program. So then the $250 sponsorship level was the Yeti cooler, and you got the magazine and all that. Well, for some reason, all of a sudden, they canceled their order. I mean, we had all these sponsorships. We were just getting a good start, and they broke ties. And that's kind of like when Delta and Enterprise Rental, and I forget, NRA was catching a lot of grief. And all these companies decided they're going to break bonds with the National Rifle Association. And Yeti was one of them. Our sponsor, cooler provider, broke ties with us. And basically, we got the last order and they would not fulfill the contract. And they even had it on their floor or their building.
Nasty person.
All right, Clay, go on.
Even out there at their store down in Texas, they had a sign out there that said no firearms permitted on this premise. And they're like, what in the world?
I remember seeing that
tried
picture.
to backtrack on that.
Well, they tried to deny the hell out of it.
But right here, and I did bring up this, and this.
I remember
they discontinued the legacy NRA discount program, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
Then they tried to backpedal, and they put out this statement and said that they blamed everything except what the problem was. They just decided to cave at that time. I don't know who they thought they were caving to. I mean, we were moving more coolers within the Friends of NRA program than they were retail at all their outlets.
Mm-hmm.
We were the biggest distributor. But no, they caved to other people, and they said they're going to break their contract. And that makes, as far as I'm concerned, that makes Yeti the commie company of the week. And they haven't backpedaled on that.
No, and to this day, when I see Yeti stuff, I think of that right away. And I'm like, And guess what? I might go buy another cooler. I've got a ton of Igloo coolers, and for all I know, Igloo might be anti-Second Amendment, but I haven't seen anything. If somebody knows something, let me know. I'll quit buying Igloos because the Igloos are made in the USA. I think they're made in Kansas. They're freaking sweet coolers, but.
After that happened,
if Igloo wants to make us a G&T 701S special edition, we're open to that.
Heck yeah. Well, so the Arctic coolers, then, what they turned around and did with every purchase of one of their coolers after that, you got a free NRA membership.
Because they're down in Texas too, right? Arctic?
I might be. I don't even know.
I know Orca had one too. They had like that big red one. It was made in, I think they're made in Idaho, and that was a big, nice looking NRA. Red one got the Donald Trump red on it.
Well, we switched then to Grizzly coolers. We had to find somebody that could fulfill the orders, and I really liked my Grizzly.
Mm-hmm.
I had some of those. Because I switched too. I'm not buying any more Yeti stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, to me, Arctic, and they sold a lot of coolers. That was genius. They're like, oh, you guys want to do business? All right, well, we'll give you a membership.
It's Arctic, not Arctic, right? It's Arctic.
Arctic.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're in Texas, but anyway.
And a good cooler. So anyway, I haven't forgotten about this, and it's been several years ago now. But they haven't changed their stance. They never did. They didn't come back and say, hey, we screwed up. No. They have stuck with that. They've never done business with the NRA again. And to me, we don't need to give them our money voluntarily when we can go to other companies. Big Frig, they're made right down there.
What'd you say? Big what?
Big Frig. Okay. It's a cooler company. Actually, a guy out of Isabel, Isabel, South Dakota is where the owner of this company grew up. He still comes up here. He's the one making those cattle coolers for your vaccine guns too, by the way.
Okay,
Does
awesome.
a hell of a job with them. He's a heck of a good guy. He makes a great cooler. They're right there in North Sioux City, which that'd be the South Dakota side. So it's a South Dakota company. I can't say enough about their coolers, and I can tell you right now, they're just as good, if not better, than the Yeti. I think they got better handles and better clasping mechanisms. So find a big frig if you're looking for something more local. Otherwise, just about all the other ones, they're with us. Yeti, not. But don't go blow your Yeti up. You already paid the money. I've got my Yetis yet.
Yeah, and Clay, remember, tell everybody what the NRA said about that too. And people were shooting them. They said, "Don't do it. We're gonna do what?"
We had stickers for him, so you put it right over that. Yep.
Yeah, Wayland was. I seen he's got a big frig there. That sweet Lauer auto repair things in the way.
Let's see. I've got a big friggin' love it. Wayland. So, yeah, they're great.
Awesome, man.
I can tell you, I've gotten to know that owner of that company now, and that guy is just a solid guy. He really is. Of course, he still comes up here and goes hunting around the Isabel area.
I like that name. I like that name.
Big frig.
Big frig.
What'd Jay say here? Jay Titan. He goes, side note, what's your guys' opinion on Ford with the gay Raptor? Makes me want to go over to GM, but I feel like I'll be a matter of time before I think GM's already doing stuff like that. You got to remember, Ford been doing this a long time over in Europe, and I suppose they've decided to bring it stateside. And Ford, I've been going downhill. I was a Ford guy. I mean, I've been a Ford guy forever. What do I own, Jamie?
Yeah, Dodge. You know what? And Dodge actually has like that sportsman edition for guns in the back, and
yep. It's.
I got a Nissan Titan or a Nissan Frontier, so I guess I'll probably get blasted over that. But I love that little thing. But bought in South Dakota in Fort Pierre.
Fort Pierre.
That was right when COVID started. Yeah. Anyway, all right, Clay.
So that's my.
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, and then we're going to go over a few more comments, and then what's coming up here. So.
Yep. Happy ending of the week.
All right, Clay. So a lot of these happy endings come to us from Tejas, and this one's not going to be any different. All right.
All
right. So, and like I said before, I like to point this out though. This is coming from us from back in March, but I can get you a recent one, but I like going when I see a nice happy ending story.
A good one.
I'm going to use it because there's anywhere from, what's the estimate, Clay? 60,000 to 2.5 million happy endings.
Yeah. We don't even know that guns have been used.
Defensive gun use. Hey, Clay, let's not forget, we talked about on Jay's show on Monday. This is actually June is Defensive Gun Use Awareness Month.
That's right.
So if you got a nice defensive gun use story, share that baby on your social media. And that's actually the pro-Second Amendment community going against the anti-gunners because it's their gun ban, anti-Second Amendment Prohibition Month. So, all right. Anyways, here we go. In early morning hours of March 18th, police in Garland, Texas, responded to reports of a home invasion at an apartment complex. The resident told officers that a group of men, not just one, Clayton, a whole group of these guys coming in, forced their way into his home in a burglary attempt and began shooting at him. But he was able to return fire. The guy remained calm. That's awesome. Striking two of the losers. Paramedics were not able to save the wounded 27 and 28-year-old suspects. It's a great happy ending story already, ain't it? Upon further investigation, the police discovered the two other men who were involved in the break-in. Okay, I kind of lost I was still getting too happy about the other thing there. Upon further investigation, the police discovered that two other men were involved in the break-in. On March 23rd, a third suspect was arrested and held on $1 million bond. Police were searching for and offering a reward for the information leading to the arrest of a fourth suspect, a 22-year-old man from Dallas. These two were to be charged with capital murder because they are accused of attempting to commit a felony which resulted in a death. No further word on whether they got him, but yeah, happy ending is all four come in. This guy plugged two of them and got rid of them, saved his own hide. Love it. Love it. I kind of blew it on reading it. I apologize for that, but I was
okay. So he assumed room temperature, and we're better for it.
It was a happy ending regardless of how I read it. So
perfect.
Yep. All right, Clay. What do we got? Let's catch up on a few comments here, and then
We got a few comments that came in here. Wales says, "Oh, we got that one." He's Jay Titan. He's got one on here. Says, "Dodge, the father rammed the daughter." Oh wow.
Oh.
Gene says, "Dang, I've got a Dodge, Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, and a Polaris. I guess a good deal is a good deal." I have a Chevy. I said I still have my Fords. I got a Dodge, and I drive Yamahas as far as my four wheelers.
Mhm.
I switched from Polaris long ago, and then I've got an Arctic which everyone always give me crap. You know, it's one of the SUV or not SUV, the UVT. They call them side by sides now. But I can tell you right now, I have beat the living crap out of that 700 Prowler, and all I do is general maintenance. You know,
Mhm.
tires, oil,
Mhm.
do everything. I mean, it's starting to, the back on the box is busted
How many
out.
hours or miles you got on that, Clay?
I should look. I don't even remember.
I'd
It's
be
been a while
curious.
since I even
I
looked
don't know.
at it.
I kind of like them Polaris. I mean, I not the Polaris, but the Arctic Cats. I mean, I test drove them. I did buy a Kawasaki Mule. Actually, I should do like
Yes.
a 3-year review on that thing. But
You should.
I
love the
I
Mules.
bought it from a place here in town. Jeremy's a friend. He went to high school, classmate of my wife's. But man, I've been super happy with my my Kawasaki Mule. That thing's awesome.
And they're built better. When you compare them to the Polaris Ranger, I'd say your top two right now are the Polaris Ranger and the Kawasaki Mule. I mean, they pretty much were the first ones to really
Mhm.
take them to the general public on a big scale. Was Kawasaki, and they've just gotten
Yeah.
better and better
Yeah,
and better.
I think. I mean, it's not like I said before. It's not like coming out of the hole. And I mean, the Polaris
not a
comes
speed
out of
demon.
the Polaris comes out of there like a raped ape.
But
I mean,
I ain't racing it.
yeah.
So
I mean,
don't
the
care.
mule, my mule will go 50, but I mean, but it's a way bigger. It weighs 800 more pounds than my Polaris, and I mean, I can haul. I got the extended box. I can haul fence posts in there at the farm, and I can throw a deer in there without trying to fold it up and trying to get the sucker. You know,
Yep.
it just overall. I mean, it just to me, it seems like a more solid machine. It really does.
We've got
it really
a John
does,
Deere
actually.
Gator, and everyone I think just likes to buy yellow and green paint when it comes to
Gators. I mean, they
but
got a cool name for it. It looks cool. I never
I
driven
just
one or anything, but
got a Chinese motor in it.
really,
I hate that. Yeah, I can't stand that thing. It's really I mean, it's a nice riding machine. They sound.
I mean,
kinda
how's
funny.
it for maintenance? Is it good? Does it break down a lot or not really? Or
It drains the battery, and it has nothing. You know, I've checked everything. It seems like that particular model was
got a
good for
bad
that.
ground or what?
No, I even took it in to have it looked at. It's got a computer on there that just completely keeps running unless you actually put a deal on there
Okay.
to disconnect the damn battery. And yeah, I'm not a fan. So
Yeah.
what Doug got here. So DJ Thompson says I have a Yamaha Viking 700 that he bought used, and it starts starts easy and runs.
Man,
good.
I've heard a lot of good
Wow.
things about the Yamahas. Actually,
I love my
their
Yamaha.
3-wheelers when they first came out sucked, but I mean, once they pimped them out a little better, got the tri-motos, the racers going, and that were good. But yeah, the 4-wheelers, man, I've been side by sides. I've heard only but good things. What were they? Grizzlies, right? The Yamaha Grizzly was.
Yep. I got a Grizzly and I have a Kodiak.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
And I bought them new in 2019, 2020, somewhere in there, right at the. And I can tell you what, they've been just nothing but great. We had to take them down for a couple little tweaks to the computer in them. It's sad that they even got a computer in them, but they had to actually do something to that to make them. But other than that, it's been good. So Jay Titan puts up here, he goes, hard to find a good deal nowadays with these outrageous interest rates. I know someone just bought a Toyota on a 6-year loan with 11%. Wow.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Everything. Hey man. Hey Clay. At least we don't have mean tweets.
Yeah. At least we don't have that. I can tell you right now. I guess I worked really hard to get to where I'm at. So in all honesty, guys, I don't anymore. I don't like the new vehicle, so I haven't bought a new one in a while. But I don't take out loans. I just buy them. I can tell you this: when you walk in there, I did it on the last new one I bought. That Dodge. Remember that old 07 Dodge?
I'm riding you a little bit there, buddy.
I always wanted to freaking take in cash and buy a vehicle, and I had one to trade. So I did. I had a duffel bag full. I went to the bank.
That's awesome.
And the freaking salesman, when we got done, he goes,
it.
I don't know if we can take that. I go, what are you talking about? I said, well, I ain't buying it any other way. I said, I wanted to do this my whole life.
Yeah.
That's how
Years
we did
ago,
it.
I worked at Wilhelm in early mid '90s there, and one of the salesmen did say the guy actually came in with just change, and he bought a brand new like Buick LeSabre or something like that. But
Yeah. No,
all right,
it was
Clay,
fun.
we better hit some social media upcomings here, and then
Yep.
shut her down as much as I want to
Yeah.
keep going. But
Go for it. You can
yeah,
start
all
us
right.
off.
So every Friday, you guys can catch us 8:40 a.m. Central, 7:40 a.m. Mountain Time, KFYR 5:50 a.m. on the radio, or right there, Clay's got on there, you bet. And you can catch us on iHeartRadio, and Clayton also multicast this baby to. Are you doing that to Twitter and Facebook?
Yep, it
And
goes out to all of
YouTube,
them.
and you're going to Rumble too now, Clay? Are we doing that?
It's supposed to be. I didn't
Okay.
check it tonight, but
Yep.
it should be. Yeah.
Yep, awesome. We're on there for about 20 minutes with Todd. Right now, man, I'm saying that's our big hammer swing. I appreciate you, Todd.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. And Todd loves having us on. We have a good time with them, and
It's a good
great
time.
way to kick off your weekend on a Friday with Guns in the 701 on Mitchell in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Where can you find us on Monday? There, Jay, or right there, Clayton.
Monday we go to KFYR TV Plus, and that's every Monday at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, 12:30 p.m. Central. And Jay Dillon, he's the host of In the Crosshairs with JD and Clay, and we got a lot of great things. And so how we do that is I think last week I was able to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
I took the other computer and we were live streaming that
Yep.
as well.
That was great.
To our social media platforms. I think we've got that kind of dialed in.
And if you don't get
hopefully I
that,
get together
Clay,
with him.
they can go on, right? You said there's a link on there. But here's what I like. When Clay records it and puts it on there on KFYRplus.com, Clay streams our sponsors on there. And of course, when we do it on Mitchell in the morning, he streams that too. And the whole time we got information streaming out of the bottom of there. Clay does an awesome job with that. And we're looking to get some more sponsors, and we get your name out there big time with that too.
So was you good with what I sent you? Should we put that up here quickly?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, my address is on there, but whatever. Give her.
So we kind of came up with something because you guys were asking for it, and so we created it. And it's the Guns and 701 team membership. Basically, it's like team support.
Mm-hmm.
$50 a year, and you can become a Patriot member of Guns in the 701. You're going to get a decal, a leather patch. We'll add your name to the team member support roster on the website. Your name will get added to the live stream team member ticker, and you'll get the first access to any new Guns in 701 gear we come out with. We'll probably my plan with that is anything we come up with new, we'll offer it to you guys first. If you want to do $35 a year, that's the Freedom Seed team.
Oh yeah, I like that.
You get a Guns in 701 decal, name added to the team member support roster on the website, and of course access to new gear. And 25-year membership bullseye. You get your name added to our team member support roster on the website and access to the Guns in 701 gear. So it's just something a little bit new that you can do as an individual.
Yeah. We're gonna have some. We got another one for sponsors too, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I got.
There you go.
Here.
Yep, there you go.
So here is some different sponsorship rates. And these are per month. $100 a month gets you your logo, name, info, contact details, all on the website. And guys, go check out the website. We've got our sponsors there right now, and they look pretty good on there. You also get your name and your logo added to our social media pages and channel list. You get a leather G&T 701 patch. You get a cap and a decal. That's for $100 a month. $75 a month to get your name, logo, contact details, everything on the website team page. You're going to get it included on the social media pages, a leather patch, and a decal. And if you do $50 a month, you can do a logo and limited inclusion on the website and social media platforms, and you get a decal. So that's what we got. We came up with some new ones because people were asking about it, and that's what we got. So,
or I got a potential spam call here.
Oh,
or
great.
If you want to swing Thor's hammer like Lauer Auto Repair here in Bismarck does, that's $250, and then you're gonna get the 3 advertisements per live stream. And like I said, you're always gonna be running on the ticker. And Clay and I will match you as much as we can, but that's $250. Lauer Auto Repair is a freaking awesome sponsor, man. You guys are you guys need any work?
Here's your top tier. Yeah. $250 a month, 3 full ads, plus we mentioned you during the live show, and you've heard us do that. Logo and inclusion on all the social media pages and channels. your individual logo, info, contact details, everything on the sponsor page. A video if you have one, like we've got Lauer Auto Repairs right there on the sponsor page on the website. So a video and or audio per availability on our website sponsor page. And if we need to, we can probably do something. I'm the one that did that for Doug, and I thought it turned out pretty good. Jamie did the voiceover; it turned out great.
Yeah, and I will say this: people like seeing us, like our live stream, Clay, and our podcast, and we're on with Todd Mitchell in the morning, and we're on with Jay on In the Crosshairs. I mean, and with our website stuff, and Clay and I are always posting. We got memes, and we're getting guys. I'm talking like a month. We're over 10,000 people. We're reaching over 10,000 people. So
yeah. So it's really been taken off, and so
yeah.
If you want any more information, if you got our numbers, just give us a call. But you can always email us at clay@gunsinthe701.com.
Hey, Waylon said he's in, man. That's awesome, Waylon. All right. So
gunsinthe701.com.
We're gonna, like you said, here in 25 minutes, we're going on a Zoom call. We're gonna talk to somebody here who's gonna try and hook us up with the stuff on the website here, and hopefully get a product page. Waylon, I can swing down there. Anytime you want, buddy. Just let me know. But
and like I said, Waylon, I'll send tickets up Friday. They'll drop them off with Jamie, and we'll take care of that on the gun raffle.
Yeah, I'll swing in there for sure. I'll swing into River City. I got to remember.
There you go. What Waylon say here? He goes, you could probably get the boss to be a sponsor.
Okay. Hey, man, that's what we're looking for. Hey, Brian.
Oh. We're about glad to have you. You're late to the party, but we're about ready to make a wrap. So,
yeah, you're gonna have to catch a replay, brother. I appreciate you checking in at the end here. Hey, guys, and I tell you what, I don't know if it's gonna be next week or the week after, but I talked to Elliot from Blade Rain TV. Mr. Elliott there, and he wants to come on. He's up in Grand Forks. He's up in what's the name? Not Williston. What's the one right below there? The other big oil.
Watford City.
Watford City. I'm sorry, Andy. Andy Elliott, Blade Rain TV. We're gonna have him on. He's got his own show. Big bow hunting guy. Big bow hunter. Guy owns full automatics. He's got class 3. This is an awesome dude. We all got the same scent. Boisterous dude, got a hell of a character to him. We're going to get him on here the next couple of weeks, guys, and we'll get him on for about I don't know. He might have a bigger personality than 30 minutes, Clayton, but we're going to say 30 minutes.
Might, yeah. We'll
but we'll give you a heads up when he's coming on, guys. It should be fun. And then, of course, coming up, I'm going to be on vacation this summer. Clay's going to have Marty Beard on. That might be a whole hour. And I'd recommend that be the whole show, but you do what you want.
He'll probably be on there and he'll be filling in for you as a co-host. Okay. I think.
All right, Clay.
Okay, guys. Well, with that, then I guess we're going to call this one a wrap because we definitely here about 20 minutes. Got another meeting with someone to get our website up and running. So again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you learned a little something tonight. I think Brett did a great job.
Absolutely.
Check out of Liberty. I think it's a great
North Dakota Sons of Liberty. Get on there.
So with that, guys. What do we always say, Jamie?
Keep your powder dry.
Keep your powder dry. We'll see you guys next week.